Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how to cut a Caribbean gown, a tied Caribbean gown. So I have already cut out my half length and my half bodies. Like I already cut out my neckline, my armhole, my zip allowance, and the joining allowance, the seam allowance that I'm going to use to join to the down part. So I'm going to use this illustration to explain how we are going to make the down part. So I've already removed this part. My full gown length is 44 inches and I added 3 inches sewing allowance to it. So after removing my half body, which was 13 inches plus 1 inches joining allowance, I'm going to then calculate the remaining one. So I subtracted my gown length from my half bodies, which gave me 32 inches. So from that 32 inches, I'm going to divide it into 3. I want my own gown to be in 3 layers. You can make it 4 layers, but I want mine to be moderate. So I'm going to be making a 3-layer dyed. So I'm going to divide the remaining part into the number of layers that I want. So mine is 3 layers. So I'm just going to divide the 32 inches plus 3 inches, which gave me 10.7. Then I added 1.5 inches to it. That gave me 12.2 inches. So this is for the length, how it is going to come down. So for the width, for the fullness, I'm going to be using my waist measurement. My waist measurement is 24 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. That makes it 26 inches. So I'm going to come down here and then do the simple math. My waist multiplied by 1.5. This 1.5 is the standard if you don't want it to be too much. So you can make it 2 inches as well, but for me I'll be using 1.5. 1.5 multiplied by my waist, that's for the first tie. So I calculated 26 inches, which is my waist measurement, multiplied by 1.5 inches, gave me 39 plus 1 inches. This 1 inches is for you to join the upper part and the lower part. You are going to use the half inches to join your half bodies plus the first layer. Then the 39 inches I got from the first layer, I'm going to multiply it again by 1.5 to get my second layer, the fullness. We are talking about the fullness now. Then I'm going to come again, add 1 inches to the 39 multiplied by 1.5. That gives me 58.15 plus 1 inches joining allowance. Then I'm going to take this 58.5 inches as well. Then I'm going to add 1.5 to it, making 89.75 plus 1 inches joining allowance. I really hope you get it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my 3 layers now. This one that I just explained, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out now. So I'm gonna ahead to cut the down part. So the next thing is now to just go and make a gathers at the upper point. Then I'll come back to show you the results. So I'm gonna ahead to make gathers at the upper part. Kindly note that you are not to gather the down part. The part you are going to be joining the gathered one to, you are not going to gather it. So it is only this part, because I'm going to join this part to my half bodies. So I only gather this place. Then the down part of the first layer is not going to be gathered. Then the second one that will be joining to the half bodies, to the first layer, that's the second layer, I'll gather the upper part too, as I already did. Can you see? Then the third part, the down part of the second layer will not be gathered as well. Then the third part, the upper part of the third part is going to be gathered. So this is the down part. Remember I said I'm going to make a 3-layer of this. So I'm just going to like join everything now. Then I'll come back to show you how it is going. Thank you. So guys, I'm gonna have to join the first layer. Joined The second one, this is the zipper allowance here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I will gather this upper part to my waist measurement. Remember I said my waist measurement is 24 inches plus 2 inches. Let me show you. So I added 2 inches to it, which makes it 26 inches. So I'm just going to gather these upper parts where I'm going to be joining my half bodies to. I'm going to gather it up to my 26 measurement. So if you are doing your own, you are going to measure it to your waist measurement. You're going to gather these upper parts. Some people used to put what's it called, elastic rubber, but for me I just prefer to have a firmer gathered form. I decided to use elastic. If you want to use elastic, you're just going to attach the elastic here. You are just going to attach it to the upper part where you'll be attaching your half bodies. But for me, I'm just going to gather it to my measurement. Then I'll come back to show you the remaining parts where I'm going to be joining my half bodies. I have my half bodies here. I'm going to cut out my lining. Then I'm just going to sew it around. Take my darts measurements, my zipper allowance. I'm going to fix everything. Then I'll come back to show you the rest. So guys, I've gone ahead to join all these parts. I'm gonna have to join everything. Like I said, this is my first layer. See, this one is joining to the half bodies. This is the second one in the middle, joining to the parts. The first layer that joined to the half bodies. And this is the last part where I'm going to have my hemline. So I'm just going to hem this down part, and that is all. You can use your weaving machine to make it neater. Then this is my half bodies. I'm gonna to join the shoulder. You can see. The only thing I have now is just to fix my zip. I have my zipper allowance at the back. Taking my darts. For the front piece as well, I've taken my darts. You can see. So I'll give this a good press. Fix my zip and my sleeve. And that is all. So I wanted to say that for somebody that does not have a gathering foot, you might be wondering how I did this part. You are just going to take I'm going to use a piece of cloth since I didn't remember to show you why I was doing this. You are just going to sew this part on your machine like this. Then you are going to leave 2 strands, like the beginning of your clothes. You are not going to stitch it. You are going to leave like some inches out here. Then you are going to pull one of these wool, this thread, like this. Coming. So you are just going to, for the gathers, you are going to pull this part like this. Put one of the thread that you leave out. You are not going to lock stitch the beginning of where you want to gather. Then you are going to keep pulling this wool. You are going to pull it like this. I'm coming. Let me just wait. So this is how you do it. You are just going to pull this part, one of these thread at the beginning. You are just going to pull it like this. I really do hope you get what I'm saying. So let me just show you the full dress. This is for the front piece, and for my back piece, this is how full this is. Like, this is a very simple story. I can just try it out and it's going to turn out beautiful, especially if you use a very colorful material. It's really going to come out nice, trust me. So if you find this tutorial helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and help me grow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely sewing